Colin right up underneath him, lifts the rear tires off the ground.
I guess I do understand.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be that much damage to the front of that Conway Ford.
That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, it's turn 3 and 4, and we heard so many drivers saying, well, I can keep it flat-footed through there, and maybe Colin Brown was thinking, I'm going to keep it flat-footed, and Matt Crafton couldn't.
Yeah, Matt's going to have to make his way to pit road there, but you're responsible for your truck, though. You're responsible for not running in the back of somebody if they back off a little bit earlier maybe than you think they're going to.
Matt Crafton moving up the racetrack. Colin Brown's going to gingerly try to get by that 88, and Matt Crafton's going to say, no, I'm not going to let you by that easy.
That was a bit of I didn't appreciate being run into right there. So he made a little bit of contact with that 6 of Colin Brown, and fortunately did not cause a melee.
Matt's truck's messed up. You know, he gave it a try. Sometime when you see a guy up the top 5.
Whoa, up the wall, up into the wall almost, and he's hanging on. No, he's not going to be able to hang on. He slides to the inside. Nobody makes contact with Matt Crafton. That was amazing.
Yeah, Matt was really trying his best to hang on to that thing and run it hard, and unfortunately did not have the rear downforce that he had when he started the race before that damage and lost control of that truck, but everyone did a great job avoiding him.
Wow.
Later on, Matt Crafton comes back on the racetrack. He's going to let Colin Brown know that he didn't appreciate that being run into like that. Makes a little bit of contact, and this is right after the race when Matt Crafton's going to come over in person and tell Colin Brown that he didn't appreciate what happened.
Well, you know, Colin got to the back of him, which was bad, but darn, he didn't let him go. He hit him again and wrecked him. So Matt's mad now. When he sees the replay, he's really going to be mad.
Yeah. Adam Alexander, you're with Colin Brown.
Well, Matt Crafton, not the only guy that came over. Jack Sprague came over and visited you as well. A solid run, but what those guys have to say after the race, Colin?
Well, you know, first of all, I want to apologize to Matt. You know, I didn't mean to get in the back of him there. We just had a good run going there, and you know, it seemed like he just stopped real fast in front of me, and I was on the brakes as hard as I could. And, you know, I feel real bad that I wrecked him there. You know, he had a good truck, and I apologize for that. And congratulations to Ron Hornady. And
bringing him to the green flag, Ron Hornady. 8 laps to go.
And he had at least 2 truck links when he got to the start-finish line. Oh, Todd gets turned.
Todd slides to the inside. Will he slide back up in the groove? Yes, and more contact. Rick Crawford is involved. Colin Brown is involved.
And Todd Bodine just came on the radio, and the quote was, I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do it. It's bad. We're not finishing. And that shot says he is exactly right.
I've got a really good restart on the deal, and I got under him, got to his left rear quarter panel, and he ran me down, and I moved down with him. And it's inside of 10 to go. And if it was any other time, I would have lifted, but I mean, the last thing I want to do is wreck somebody. I hate that, really do, for him. But, I mean, these guys work too hard to just let off and let somebody go.
It's hard to get going when you have Chevrolets on each end of you and you're lacking 20 horsepower from what they got. That's right where it shows up on restarts. And I tried to jump it a little bit, held back from Ron and jumped it, but Matt got a good restart. You know, I blocked him, no doubt about it. But how stupid do you have to be to turn somebody going in the corner with 8 laps to go? I mean, there's no cure for stupid. This kid has done this crap his whole career. He's done it to Hornady this year. He just did it to me. Hell, he wasn't even up far enough to turn me. And the only thing I can tell you, man, what goes around comes around. And that kid's going to get turned. I'm telling you straight out. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous right there.
The green flag will go in the air. We're back underway. 4 to go from Gateway.
Crafton's all over him. He's got a run, a little bit of a run. He moves to the inside. There's the contact.
Contact again. Crafton gets into the back of the 33, and Hornady spins around. Oh, and big contact behind him. That's the 07 that gets into the 33. Jason Young driving that 07. What a difficult situation this has got to be for the 33 team. Ron Hornady sitting in his truck. Rick Wren on top of the pit box. I'm sure worried about his driver right now. Look at the back end of that truck. Gone.
Back end is gone. He's going to have to definitely park that in. The thing is, oh, that ain't good. Those guys can be mad.
We will only have 3 laps to go.
Well, David Starr will complete lap 157. Let's take a look back at what happened. You see Ron is extremely upset. Matt Crafton got a good run. He moves to the inside. They got down to the corner. I tell you, that really looked a lot different on replay from
Yes,
what
it did.
the other situation was with Todd and Matt Crafton.
It was. This was a different situation.
They were really all the way to the corner.
Here's a better view. I meant Ron's trying to block him. There's no doubt. But the 88, he's not quite there. But he went as low as he could.
Yeah, Ron was almost down to the curbing on the inside of the racetrack. So it was a lot later. You see Jason Young come along with nowhere to go. And then Mikey Kyle makes contact with the 07. But really unfortunate. Here's another view right here. Watch. They're already down to the corner there. Matt just had his nose up beside the left rear quarter panel, not even to the rear tires. So it had a lot different look than what Todd and Matt's deal looked like.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I mean, he's got to run. I don't know if this was going to be a passable deal.
That was an interesting situation. What was Matt's reaction on the radio after the contact in turn 1?
No comment, really, other than he got a good run on both those guys, and they both tried to come down on him. You cannot give it back to him this late in the race. I mean,
how tough is that fine line when you're running for a championship, going after a win and choosing to either let a guy go or not?
It's a fine line. But if you're under the guy, the spotter's got to tell him he's there. You have to.
And now here you are, 4 laps, less than 4 laps to go. You're going to be in the lead for the restart. Can he hold him off? Because obviously the 30 and the 33 out front weren't able to hold Matt behind.
Now we got to just hope the 5 don't do exactly the same thing. Get under us and same deal.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We are hearing that NASCAR is going to post the 88. That means they're going to say more than likely rough driving. And what that will do is, well, more than likely take away a potential win from the 88.
Oh, it's going to take away the win. There's no question about that.
Potential. Now, obviously, he still has 3 laps that he has to race.
Right.
So we're not saying that he was going to win, but this will put him at the back of the lead lap cars. And so that will put him back to probably 13th on the racetrack.
Ron Hornady, his wife Lindy, standing here talking it over with Todd Bodine, and what an unbelievable turn of events, Ron.
Well, my own fault. I got a slow start right there, and I guess he didn't want to go around the outside. He wanted to dump me. I seen him do it to the 30 earlier, so it's a shame. I don't know what to say. It's just flat stupidity, so we'll go on. We'll have to race harder and know how to race them now.
Plenty of NASCAR officials making sure things don't get out of hand. Only about 50 yards over to Ron Hornady and then over to this side of Matt Crafton. Matt, were you surprised when you got the black flag?
I was absolutely, beside myself. What do they want? Invitation and, flowers to win the race. I was to his left rear, quarter panel. I could see if I went in there and ran in the back of him. I did not go in there and run in the back of him. I got 2 really good restarts. I got underneath Bodine. He ran me down, and I just stopped because I wasn't going to be able to make the corner. And, if it was, halfway through the race, I would have lifted and did it. But these guys work too hard on these things to just let off and just give somebody a position right there at the end. I hate it. That's the last thing you do is want to wreck somebody. But, what do you do? Just let off and just let them guys have the spot? It's not going to happen.
Tell me about the 30 incident. We just saw a replay. Here comes Matt. If you see here, he went. No, this is the deal, I guess, with Hornady. Here you come down to the inside there and had the position.
Without a doubt, I had the position. You've seen him turn left, and his truck hit my truck. I didn't go up and hit his truck, didn't run in the back of his truck to do that. Absolutely. He came down, and he hit the nose of my truck. You can see it clear as day right here. We got there. What more do you need in there? I had a nose in there. It's green, white check, and I'm not just going to let him have it.
You can see Matt Crafton pushes into Austin Dillon, shoves him up the track. Austin gets into Max Pappas, and that causes the crash, and that's why Austin Dillon wasn't too happy with Matt Crafton.
And these guys aren't happy.
Well,
Austin Dillon has had a tough night already, and now to add insult to injury, the 88 gets into him, and it continues.
They were a couple of laps down, Austin Dillon was, and Matt Crafton had new tires, and he wanted to go. After the checkered flag fell, Austin Dillon came up and roughed up Matt Crafton a little bit.
Boy, a lot of damage to that 3 truck tonight. And the teams just aren't happy. And a lot of teams never walk away from a short track happy.
Well, and this is Bristol, remember.
And this is Bristol. 19th career win, though, for Kyle Busch.
record amount of cautions here tonight for this race.
Things happening there at the close. I know you and Austin Dillon had words. Take us through what happened and then what Austin and Crew Chief Danny Stockman said to you.
I mean, they were upset. I mean, I understand they'd be upset. I mean, well, we were on the lead lap, and I was trying to get through them, everybody to get lined up behind the lead lap guys, because we came in and put tires on our stuff, and that's the last thing I want to do is wreck him. I mean, that was not intended. I tried to get him up off the bottom, and it was not intended to wreck. I was on the lead lap trying to race for position, trying to get something, and like I said, I got into a little harder than I meant to. And all in all, I mean, got to thank these guys who worked hard today. We had an overheating problem there at the very beginning, and had to keep coming down, cooling the thing down, drill a hole in the nose of it, cool it down, got to second, and then just started running out of gas there at the end.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Take us through what happened there at the end and your comments with some of the other drivers.
You know, the start of the race just didn't go our way. We got collected in a wreck, and that wasn't what we wanted, but the guys did a great job of fixing the truck and keeping us running. I mean, we didn't have nothing for anybody there at the end, but Crafton wasn't racing for a position either. I mean, I know he was on the lead lap, but the lead lap trucks were plenty far ahead of him. He just drove me off in the corner and kept pushing me, and at a certain point, I can't save it. I feel real bad for Max Pappas and Dennis Setzer. I mean, they had good trucks, and the Truck Series needs as many people as they can in the Truck Series right now, and for him to go and tear up a bunch of trucks there at the end for nothing, I mean, I don't know what it was for, but we'll keep going. It was a decent night for the way it started. 15th and bad for the Bass Pro Shop Chevy.
A little bumping and banging now on the backstretch.
Hornady's mad at Crafton for turning him sideways. Remember how it's squeezed
around he goes. Crafton, Hornaday and Crafton trading paint, and Hornaday goes straight. Crafton goes around, and we stay green.
And trucks go everywhere. Austin's going to move to the outside here. Matt's going to move up the racetrack and squeezes Austin. Didn't quite have Austin cleared when he tried to move up the racetrack to follow Hornaday. Austin ran into him. He just didn't quite have him cleared. Matt certainly got the worst of that situation. Hits the outside wall as well as the inside wall. There's another view. Watch Matt now. He's going to move up the racetrack. Austin's there. He has his nose there. Just a situation that Austin had already committed to the outside. He had some momentum. He was going to go by the 88 of Crafton.
I think there could be some damage to the 31 of James Busher as well. He was avoiding, went through the grass, and looks like he might have torn the splitter off the front.
There's no question he's probably going to be mad at Austin Dillon, and he's going to make it known right here.
Watch coming off turn 4. Take us through it.
I got a little bit free off that corner, and I mean, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. And then it was like he just had me right there, and I was trying to get out of the throttle and I was trying to turn back left, but I was just I'd gotten free, so I had to walk it up the racetrack. And but man, when you get hooked in the right rear down the straightaway, that's a hard way to go down, especially at Texas on the front straightaway here. I mean, tough deal, because I mean, this Menard Chevy was really good. We finally made some really good adjustments on it, and I think we had something for him right there at the end, but it happens.
Kevin Harvick's going to make it 3 wide. Oh, Matt Crafton into the wall.
Our series points leader, Crafton and Brad Keselowski, both into the wall in significant damage.
After 05, come on down.
See, Kevin had such a good run when those two trucks were side by side. And down on the inside, it looked like Matt just got down to the corner and never turned. Possibly a tire went down or something.
The idiot hooked me in the right rear. I mean, that's all there was to it, getting in turn 3. But I guess maybe that's why he wants to win a championship with that 19 truck. But he's got another thing coming. I promise you that truck won't win it. If that's the way he wants to do it, we'll get it done.
The 33 just passed me entering turn 2, and the 88 got a good run to pass me. And we were entering turn 3, and I heard someone say, my spotter, 00 was going to make it 3 wide. And then next thing I knew, yeah, I mean, it looks like he went straight into the corner is what it looks like. Next thing I knew, we made contact. I was trying to get in line behind. The last thing I would do is wreck the point leader or any one of these regular guys, or knock on my own day as well, and that's exactly what happened. I have no interest in coming to the Truck Series and wrecking someone on purpose. You know, Tyler Reddick's doing a good job. He's got ways to go to run with Matt. Matt's an awesome driver, and that's a great team. You know, last thing I want to do is go out and wreck them. I want our team to earn it if they are to run up front. I have no interest in going out and wrecking someone intentionally, and that's not what happened.